merry readers, come cozy in. Let the story time begin with Robin and the Merry Reads.
Hi Merry Readers! So this is the second video for today, October 6th, and this is for chapter 18 of my Discovery of Witches real-time reread series. If you have not read chapter 18, or if you're tuning in for the first time, please know that this video will be full of spoilers from this chapter. If you have read the book before and you are just finding this series now, I have chapters 1 through 18 live on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook under Robin and the Merry Reads. So please feel free to catch up on those, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments. I'm going to dive in now, and spoilers will be from this point on through the end of the video. So chapter 18 is Diana walking into Sept-Tours, so it picks up right where chapter 17 left off. Diana steps into Sept-Tours and straight into the crosshairs of Ysabeau de Clermont, a regal, lethal, and not thrilled her son brought home a witch vampire. The entry hall bristles with pikes, the salon is faux medieval chic, and Ysabeau's stare could ice a river. Diana also meets Marthe, the ancient, earthy housekeeper and vampire, who instantly pegs her as a powerful witch, and Marthe is Martha in French. Matthew whisks Diana up to the tower, to a circular study, a museum of his lives. 17th century microscopes, relics, and icons, then higher to a bedchamber beneath the copper roof. Marthe brings a perfect omelette, toast tea, and makes a crackling fire. Diana eats, naps, showers, and finally gets the tour she wants most, the library. There, Matthew unveils the temptation, his early illuminated 1356 copy of Aurora Consurgens, with 40 images and attributed by him to Bourgot Le Noir, a female Parisian illuminator. He promises to loan it anonymously so Diana can cite it. They explore the cellars, the Renaissance gardens, and the stables, and joke together, and the day ends with safety, scholarship, and a dream of night riding, bow in hand, commanding a horse to fly. So the setting for this chapter is Sept-Tours exterior. We have the interior, the grand halls, and the cellars, the kitchens, the libraries, Matthew's tower, and then of course the stables and the Renaissance gardens, and just getting a full feeling for this magnificent place. Characters for this, it's Diana, Matthew, Ysabeau, and Marthe. Historical and academic Easter eggs, it's the Occitan, language of the troubadours, Bourgot Le Noir, a woman illuminator in 14th century Paris, Aurora Consurgens, earlier elaborately illuminated copy than scholars expected, 40 images versus the known 38, Giordano Bruno, desire versus fear, Pernican companion burned at the stake, Diana quotes him cold, Vermeer, an unknown canvas resembling Matthew, another century, another secret. Magic watch, there's no spell casting fireworks, but power recognition. Marthe smells Diana's strength, Ysabeau's predatory senses recoil. Dream magic, Diana's closing vision, huntress, speed, fearless, command, feels like ancestral memory stirring. So the symbols and details for this chapter, we have fortress, architecture, library and manuscripts, horses and hounds, fire and food. We have pikes in the hall. We have Marthe, who is a formidable yet very warm vampire. We have themes and threads and foreshadowing for this. It's belonging versus bloodlines. Can a witch belong in a vampire house? Mothers and sons. Ysabeau's authority meets Matthew's defiance. Desire versus fear. History you can touch. Objects make centuries tangible and complicate present. Romance watch. So we have more of a soft intimacy in this. Omelets, fires, shared laughter, and languages, almost kisses interrupted by Marthe's poetry roast. The vibe of this is very much Diana wanting to feel safe but being a little bit on edge about Ysabeau and wondering if she will actually be welcomed here. Food and drink, we have the breakfast that was given from Marthe, and it's just this beautiful spread of breakfast for Diana, and the kitchen teaser, fresh rolls, flour dusted Marthe, future feasts incoming. Overall vibe and chapter strength, we have a superb arrival chapter, world building, architecture, collections, languages, character dynamics, Ysabeau and Marthe, and the Aurora Consurgens reveal. Overall, I think that this chapter is a really fun way to get to know Matthew's family a little bit more and just show how intense and old and fantastical Matthew's family really is, because it's just this old money vibe from the second you get there. that is backed up by real old vampires that are just really intense to be around, and yet some of them, like Marthe, are still warm to be around at the same time. And then you have Ysabeau, who's very bristly and not warm to be around at all. So I love the contrast of that too. A couple of more foreshadowing notes. We have the ancestral huntress dream. Diana's lineage and elemental affinities deepen, so the fact that she has this dream about being on a horse and with her bow and being the huntress is really interesting. The tower layout, Matthew's protective strategy, and future siege dynamics. He really is a warrior, and he is always thinking 4 or 5 steps ahead of everyone else, and that is shown in just how his room is laid out. And then Ysabeau gives a Louisa jab, old family wounds incoming, so there's clearly a lot there that Ysabeau is holding on to, and we still don't know why she despises witches as much as she does, beyond, you know, just the fact that there is some interspecies rivalry that is just inherent in this world. So discussion question. Ysabeau judges Diana by scent, species, and tradition immediately. Marthe judges by appetite, warmth, and power. Looking at these two women, I would love to hear your thoughts a little bit about whose criteria do you think is going to win out in the end? And what do you think they reveal about who truly belongs at Sept-Tours? And I'd love to hear a little bit more too about what you think about Ysabeau and just the initial impact that she has at being this kind of terrifying force as you walk in the door. And do you think that Diana will ever really be accepted? If you know the answer already, please try to keep the spoilers to a minimum in the discussion below, or at least give a little spoiler disclaimer before you dive in, but I would just really love to hear your thoughts. And with that, I will see you tomorrow for another double chapter day on October 7th. We will be having chapters 19 and 20 tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed this recap of chapter 18 and hope to see you tomorrow. Bye!
So many readers, close your eyes. Let the stories lift and rise. Till next time, when lights will gleam with Robin.